We're here at St. Dominic Church in front of a very special image of Padre Pio.
Whose feast day is this Tuesday, September 23rd.
And many of us may walk past this image whenever we're going to confession, maybe if we use the back entrance or if we're grabbing a bulletin. But this image and this photo of Padre Pio was donated in memory of Angeline Fimignari. And many of you may remember the tragic event in January of 2010 when one of our parishioners was killed in the St. Dominic's parking lot. And to remember the dead is to offer prayers for them, prayers for the repose of their souls, but also to pray for strength that we too may be able to persevere in the final moment of our life, calling on the Lord in our greatest need and affliction.
And Padre Pio is a great saint to have to commemorate such an occasion because of how much he himself suffered in his own life and also offered that suffering for souls. Relatively early in his time as a Franciscan friar, he actually received the stigmata of our Lord in his hands. You can see pictures of him in what look like maybe biker gloves, but which are covering the wounds, which were literally holes through the palms of his hand, conforming him to the mystery of Christ's suffering, to his very wounds on the cross. And we can think, wow, that's kind of wild that someone in the 20th century, I mean, this man died in the 1960s, someone who lived in the 20th century who had the stigmata. But this is the case. Christ is still conforming souls to his passion, to his suffering. And when we walk by this image, we're reminded of Christ's presence to us in our suffering, even in the tragedies that hit us in our very own parking lot.
There are many miracles attributed to Padre Pio and a whole campfire of ghost stories attributed to his interactions with the dead, where he was known to be able to see ghosts or those who perhaps were still waiting for the beatific vision as they were waiting in purgatory. In one such story, he was praying in a chapel, and out of the corner of his eye, he saw a man enter the chapel, and he's wondering, who is this man? How did he get in? The doors are locked. And the man revealed to him that he was a Franciscan friar who had passed away in one of the cells upstairs, and that he was waiting for somebody to celebrate a mass for him. And after that interaction, Padre Pio looked this friar up, he celebrated a mass for him, and never heard from him again. These are part of the mysteries of the spiritual life and the mystery of life after death, that the dead depend on our prayers. And sometimes the most helpful thing we can do is to celebrate masses for them, to offer rosaries for their happy repose, and like this image of Padre Pio, to remember the faithful departed, especially those who have had a great impact on our life as a parish.
So on this feast of Padre Pio, remember the grace of being conformed to the suffering Christ, and that he is with us in and through every trial, especially even unto death.